welcome to the Wrestling Corner, episode number 37. We'll talk about New Day a bit later on, but as always, I'm joined by Simon. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing alright, thanks. How are you?
You alright? That's the
Yep.
play. That's what really confused me.
Yeah,
I'm
I might shut my window because there seems to be a lot of small aircraft taking off this morning.
yeah, but I'm good. Wrestling this week. I think Raw's going to be, the biggest talking points of a lot of stuff, booking wise. But we had a stacked episode of AEW, half decent episode of NXT. But instead we'll go straight into AEW. The show opened up with the World Tag Team Title match, FTR versus Best Friends. I mean, do you want to talk through the show?
Yeah, right, where are we? FTR Best Friends. Best Friends, I feel like they're never going to win the titles, are they?
No.
I mean, you knew they were never going to win. And it was just, I think it went about 15 minutes, fairly even. And the finish came when, Cash Wheeler was able to use the title belt to hit Chuck Taylor behind the ref's back, and then what's he called? Dax Harwood. When I see just the surnames, it takes me a while just to remember the first. It's not caught on yet. They're still Ash and Dawson. And then Penelope Ford was, so during the match, they broke Miro and Kip Sabian's arcade game.
I saw that.
And then then Miro just clobbered Chuck and Trent after for doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was okay. It was a bit of a confusing end. Miro feels very mid card.
Yeah, but where does Miro go from this? Obviously, he's going to turn on Kip eventually, or Kip will turn on him. But I do wonder what's going to happen. Does he go straight to the main? Not the main.
I don't mind it because, as people have said, you put Brody Lee in straight at the top, got beat by Mox. You put Lance Archer in straight at the top, got beat by Mox. No, got beat by Cody. You put Brian Cage straight in at the top, got beat by Mox. I don't think it's the worst thing to have Miro as a mid-carder and build him up by this time.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm all right with it solely for that reason because we've seen too many big guys just come straight in and not win.
Very true. It is annoying to see. So yeah, I know people are pissed off, but I suppose you just bide your time with it.
Yeah. Second match.
Kip Sabian and Miro versus Sean Maluta and Lee Johnson.
Yeah. I love Sean Maluta might be the world's best jobber. He's been doing it for about 4 years. And I watched the latest Evolve show that they put up on the network, which is really good. And Sean Maluta, I mean, he doesn't job, but he gets beat on that show. I don't think I've ever seen the man pick up a win. But them Evolve, them Evolve shows from a year ago are really interesting though, just because of just to see where people are now. You've got Austin Theory teaming with Arturo Ruas. Babatunde got a 15-minute showcase match.
Babatunde.
And the main event was Kurt Stallion versus Matt Riddle. And it's like Matt Riddle's on Raw with AJ Styles and Kurt Stallion has just debuted on 205 Live. And it's
just signed with NXT, and it's mental.
Yeah. They're really good shows, but it's just quite interesting to see where people have landed. But yeah, Kip versus Miro. Miro did. Kip Sabian did Miro did all the work, and then Kip Sabian hit a splash off the top and got the win. Basically telling the story of Miro does all the work, Sabian capitalizes. Miro eventually turns.
Yeah.
And Miro called the best friends the good friends, which made me laugh.
A shitty little joke. Like you said, I think Miro's just going to be a very slow burner.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah, and then eventually he'll pick up wins or he'll break away from Kip.
Yeah, it's not really about putting him straight at the top. As long as he's enjoying what he's doing, I guess that's what matters.
Yeah,
Because, like, have you seen the news about Ben Carter?
It's signed with
WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Which Miro review? Is it a shame though? Because I don't know, you get that fat pay packet, don't you?
You do.
I think they'll put him on UK and have him as a top guy.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think at first, when I saw the news, I thought that's sad, but then you think about it.
You get lost in the shuffle in AW, but you'd also get lost in the shuffle in NXT. There's too much talent. And in the UK.
And you think a lot. Like, let's say I got an offer from WWE, I'd take it because it's more or less everyone's life's goal to get to WWE, regardless of.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And you never know. You never know what they're sort of gonna do with people. Like, if you'd have said at the start of the year, Dio Madden would have been in the top faction in the company.
You would have laughed at
on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
After being killed by Brock Lesnar as a commentator. Like, that's the thing about WWE. You can never really predict how people are going to do because there's no consistency in terms of what people like. I mean, we'll come on to Big Ninja, but he's now on his third job in about 3 months.
I'm liking this job that he's got. Really big.
MJF's big announcement.
Yeah.
Good promo with Jericho. Wants to join the Inner Circle, but he's very reluctant to do so. And they both build up the entire segment like it's going to be a match in like Hell in a Cell or like a WrestleMania main event.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to have negotiations, and in the hold off, are you ready for the big reveal of last man standing, falls count anywhere, Hell in a Cell? They're going to do it over a steak dinner. I love.
Prime is Jericho.
It's really good.
These two have got unbelievable chemistry. Like, well, it's MJF and anyone.
The four do a really good promo for it as well. In terms of like promo, like pictures and stuff.
Yeah, and also two cocky heels. But they
are cut from the same cloth. I can really see MJF turning into
Jericho.
Turning into Jericho because he's proven he's really versatile in terms of the serious stuff with Cody, the humour with Jericho. And I feel like I've got confidence that he could reinvent himself over and over.
And I genuinely think he could be a face at a point.
I think there's potential for babyface MJF.
Like, let's say not in a couple of weeks, but Wardlow turns and leaves him, and MJF realizes that he can't keep on acting like he's being acted, and like finally steps up his game in terms of not being a cockwomble. It could work.
He's as dislikable as he is. He's also quite likable.
Yeah.
Because he's like, it tends to be, I think, if you can do comedy, you will get over as a face.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much as it is.
Well, look at KO and Jericho in Prime 2016.
Yeah.
They was one of the funniest things on the roster, but they were heels. But it worked out.
Cody Orange Cassidy. So Darby Allin was scouting, and they literally said in the middle of the match that is it Darby Allin will face the winner at is it Double or Nothing? No, it's not. It's Full Gear. Which kind of gave away the result. But it told a good story about Cody trying to get Orange Cassidy to lock up, and eventually he did it. And
trying
they just had
to wrestle.
Just had a good wrestling match for about 20 minutes, and the finish came. So they had less than a minute left. Orange Cassidy gets a roll up, and it's 1-2 time expires, but it was time to perfection.
Nice. Something they've done really well currently. AEW is them time limit draws or them certain matches. Their timing is great.
Yeah, I really like the fact that they don't overuse the time limit thing.
Yeah,
like I kind of forgot it was a thing until this match. And then I remembered, they did it with Cody versus Darby at that pay-per-view last year.
It's the one thing that New Japan does well, in terms of at the start of every match, this match is a time limit. It says it on everything, time limit draw 30 minutes. You don't realise, as well, like, what was it? Omega Okada, one of them, where it's like this stupidly incredible match, and then all of a sudden it just hits a time limit drawing. Like, oh my god!
Yeah, they go 60 minutes, and then Omega collapses under the Rainmaker.
Yeah,
I've not seen the match, but it's famous. It's like everyone knows it.
yeah.
Yeah. Hikaru Shida and Big Swole. Facing Tokens women's match. Yeah, it was all right. It was fine. Shida hit a running knee for the win. Big Swole feels like the person who had the most momentum.
Yeah.
It really confused me. Yeah.
Where's Britt Baker?
Oh, have you not seen the Britt Baker stuff from this week?
No.
Oh, it is fantastic. So it's her and Tony Schiavone are doing an interview, but they're doing the interview in a spa, and they're both lying next to each other, got towels over them, and they're getting face masks. And Britt's like answering the question, and then she realised that Tony's got no shirt on, and just like starts screaming and runs away. And then the segment just ends with Rebel and Britt forcing Tony to stay in this chair, and he whacks his chest.
Oh.
And Tony just can't stop laughing. Oh, it's so good.
You know what? I actually quite like.
It's a must watch.
I really like Britt Baker, you know.
Yeah. This I've missed the stuff with Tony Schiavone, but it was the joint best video package of the week alongside the Swingman in Impact in terms of laughs.
I know, because I've just gone on the channel. It's not on the YouTube channel.
Is it
there
not?
It is. Yeah, because it's called Tony Schiavone's The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. You know what? I do like it. It is just stupidity, but it worked. It pays off.
Yeah, it was just it was really light-hearted. It served its purpose. Got some laughs. Main event: Lance versus Mox. I don't actually remember this, which is quite terrible. Oh, Lance Archer's got a new theme. I don't like it.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of stuff on Twitter about like why have you changed your theme, and apparently Lance wanted a change of his theme, and the guy who made his original didn't complain.
Yeah, no, I didn't get it. I didn't really like it. Apparently, it was just like a rerun of the New Japan match. Not that I know, but Mox hit like that choke slam, or was it? There was a choke slam spot through two tables on the outside, and Mox hit like I think he hit like 3 paradigm shifts, and none of them got the win. And yeah, Archer hit the blackout. Mox rolled him over, got the win. Are you watching the Britt Baker one?
I've already, I watched it. It's great.
Oh, okay.
I'm just thinking, with Mox, are you losing a bit of faith? Not faith.
In what?
Where does Mox go from this?
Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, I'm just worried.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say. Then he beats Eddie Kingston. Then where does he go?
Who beats him currently on the roster?
Hmm.
Who's not got a belt? So I would have said MJF, but he's got this thing with Jericho. And you sort of want to crouch when MJF wins a title.
Curtis Axel.
Why not? Did he get fired? Curtis Axel.
Yeah, he's been released for about 3 months. He
just went under the radar.
Yeah, it was after everyone else, but he's got to show up at some point.
Yeah.
Might see if I can find anything about that, actually. But yeah, Eddie Kingston basically just beat down, and the Lucha Bros beat down Mox.
You know what? I will try tuning into the live shows tomorrow, because it's the tournament, and I love a good tournament.
Oh, okay. Oh, is it Penta and Phoenix tomorrow?
Yeah, it's all the first round matches are happening. Nice. So it's Penta Phoenix. Is it Omega Cabana?
I don't know. I don't really keep up with AW outside of the company. I just tend to tune in on a Thursday and be surprised.
I'm just looking now. October the 21st. You're not showing me. I know it's the basically the 2 Lucha Bros going up against each other.
Yeah,
so that'll be fun. That'll be very fun indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, it was an alright show. It was solid, serviceable. It was AEW.
That's the
The
thing.
same every week.
Yeah, they don't really put a foot wrong.
No.
We'll go to NXT though, and it started off with the Undisputed Era defeating Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan to become #1 contenders. Really good match. This real the Era, one of my favourite tag teams, and well, when you need them to step up, they've got Breezango tomorrow. I think Era wins it. You know.
Yeah, I do. I wasn't really expecting this because I don't really keep up with NXT too much. Like I watch it, and I enjoy watching it, but I didn't actually know that they had a title match or they had a #1 contenders match.
Yeah, it was
like they're so like we've been there so many times. Like they're so well oiled. Like you know what you're gonna get pretty much from the Era.
Yeah, and Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan.
Yeah, and they got a good win. So as you say, if you were to ask me, I think I'd probably say they win.
Yeah. Which is a shame for Breezango, but
yeah, they've just not with them though.
No. Jake Atlas defeated Ashante the Adonis in a really nice little match. Atlas picks up the win, but it was more of like the match was more of like a friendly kind of match. Afterwards, Legado del Fantasma came out. Swerve Scott comes out to even the odds. I'm guessing we'll be getting a 3v3 match probably this week, I presume. Then you had Johnny Gargano defeating Austin Theory, who Austin Theory can't pick up a win, can he? We've talked about it every week about how he's a guy who can make everyone look good.
This was different because
True.
So I just zoned out for a second. Ashante the Adonis is really good. I just thought to. Yeah. This was different though because it was Johnny Gargano. Austin Theory is kind of like a younger version of Johnny Gargano in the way of they had some nice exchanges in terms of going to the camera and just basically who can be the most arrogant.
Yeah.
And it went about 20 minutes. In terms of his in-ring stuff, I think this was Theory's best match yet. Yeah, on Bleacher it says this was the best match of Theory's NXT career. It was really fast-paced. Everything was clean. It was just really enjoyable.
He's money in it, Theory.
He is.
When eventually Gargano and people leave that NXT, when you get your next big amount of call-ups, he'll be the next big
Theory's guy. Big guy. Yeah. And it was different because at the end the camera sort of cut to Austin Theory just sitting in the corner, sort of recovering from another loss, and Gargano turns around and sort of like nods at him.
Mm-hmm.
As if to say like, good effort.
Well done, yeah.
I'm really well, who's left? He's faced Gargano, Kushida, Dexter Lumis.
You've probably got a lot.
Yeah,
Ciampa, Dream, Priest.
Have you not done Priest? No, he hasn't. No,
he hasn't done Priest yet. I think there are enough people so far. Adam Cole, when he's back.
He's done Adam Cole.
He has. Yeah, I think there's enough people for him. Just keep him on TV.
Even if you lose, but not too many losses.
No.
Just
on TV at least.
That's the thing. He's not jobbing because they're so competitive. Yeah. Really good.
Nice little backstage segment. Drake Maverick presents tag team at the gun.
He has done Damien Priest. Since he's been back in NXT, he has won 1, lost 6.
Oh wow!
Lost against Bronson Reed, Kushida, Damien Priest, Adam Cole, Loomis, and Gargano, and his one win was over Leon Ruff.
I think we might. I think Theory is just a waiting game for him until a couple of the big people leave.
Yeah, I mean Gargano's doing. He feels revitalized, but surely he can't be in NXT for much longer. Surely.
I think that it's.
Or is he allowed to?
He may be allowed to. I think he might be thinking like Ciampa saying, "I don't want to go up."
I don't believe Ciampa when he says that. I think he'd go up if he was asked. Why wouldn't he go up at the moment? Because you're not travelling. You're just in the Thunderdome, you know.
Is when you go back, will they allow you to go back down? Probably not.
Okay. Well, I don't think they'd stay there solely because they're blocking the pathways of so many other people.
True, very true.
And I think they probably acknowledge that.
It will be interesting to see. Drake Maverick presents tag team ideas to Killian Dane. These two are great.
The Theory and the Fury.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting where they go with this. If they just keep these segments running and let Maverick carry the humor, Killian Dane carry the wrestling in terms of how good they are. Just Killian Dane is this big guy who will win the match. Maverick is the humor guy with each other. It's how Maverick works incredibly well.
Big guy, little guy, oddball tag team.
Yeah, simple. Candice LeRae defeats Shotzi Blackheart to become number 1 contender.
Yeah,
it was with an assisted win from Indy Hartwell.
Yeah, I liked it. It furthered that story because Indy Hartwell passed over Brass Knuckles.
Yeah.
And they're both great. They're both awesome. You watch AW the night before, and then you watch NXT.
Yeah,
and the levels are staggering in terms of women's stuff.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it last week. The NXT women's division is stacked, like stacked on another level, especially with Toni Storm coming back. Toni Storm did defeat Elias on the show. They're good. So they could carry the show. You had an Ember Moon promo as well. Looking forward to it. We'll come back to Shotzi and Candice later on in the show. You had Imperium defeated Killian Dane and Drake Maverick. Everrise came out to attack Maverick after losing last week, but Dane fought them off. I like this.
Yeah,
I like that tag team hasn't picked up a win.
The normal way to tell this story would be Killian Dane and Drake Maverick get the win because the story's about them. But I like the fact that they lost because Imperium should not be getting beat.
No.
And then obviously everything to do with the story came out afterwards. Could it be? Does it have to be Everrise?
Who else would it be?
I like Everrise. I don't know, but I like Everrise.
Yeah, they're all right, but unfortunately, there's no one in that other NXT who could do it.
Indus-Sher.
They're not a tag team anymore.
I wouldn't do it with Indus-Sher either, because obviously they're like, I'd say the big players, but like they're not. So
they're not. They're just not. Damian Priest defeated Dexter Lumis. So Priest and Lumis' unique clash of styles quickly progressed to a true heavyweight tussle with both men pulling out all the stuff. The tortured artist hit a urinage and locked in silence on Priest, a move that few, if anyone, to see it. But Priest wriggled away just enough for a rope break. Interference by Cameron Grimes. Basically, did in Lumis here as Grimes drops him with the cave in, and then South of Heaven by Priest picks up with the win. Grimes does then get attacked by Priest, and then Priest gets attacked by Johnny Gargano. It's what you probably expected. Once the match ended a bit, not earlier, but you look at the time and you think, okay, it's probably going to end. Something's going to happen. Gargano comes out, attacks him. So Gargano and LeRae stood at the top of the ramp. William Regal announces that Gargano would challenge Priest for his title at NXT Halloween Havoc. But that bout, as well as Candice LeRae's match against the Shirai, will be contested under Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal rules, harkening back to Halloween Havocs of years past. Great.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love the Spin the Wheel.
Yeah. Although it's kind of saddening to me because there's so many options on there. We're not going to see barely any of them.
No, because there's some like, if I could,
the Room Brawl. There's a TLS match.
A what?
A TLS match, which people couldn't work out. They didn't know what the S stood for. Some thought it was Tables, Ladders, Stairs. Tables, Ladders, Shotzi.
I found an image.
It is. Do you know what it is? I mean, it's quite obvious when you think about it. It's Tables, Ladders, and Scares.
Oh my god. I found it now. So you've got Boiler Room Brawl. You've got Shotzi's Choice. You've got a Weapons Wild match, or Trick or Sweet match, a TLS match, a Coal Miners match.
Coal Miners Glove match.
Whatever that is. You've got a blindfold match. You've got a casket match. I'm trying to read these upside down. Is that a castle match? Don't even know what that one is. A biker's chain match. A buried alive match. That's two out of thingy. But you know what? I'm all for it.
I have no idea what a coal miner's glove match is, but that's the one I hope we get.
You do know I'm about to Google coal miner's glove match. Let's have a look. Coal miner's glove match.
Yeah, he's probably like the first person to like put the glove on their opponent. I don't know.
Okay. Ramos lost the glove over the ring's rope. A diving Ramos stole the glove from the middle 6 foot 7th, and the two fought for it during the remainder of the match. I don't have a clue what this is. It'll be interesting where they go now, because I really want to see some cool matches coming up now.
Yeah.
Like, I'd love a Buried Alive match, but I just don't think it works with any of the feuds, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's what it
No, I don't want Buried Alive. I want something I've never seen before.
True, but everyone loves a good Buried Alive match. Can't deny that you don't.
I've never seen one. I know they've happened before, but since I've been watching, I've never seen one.
I've gone back, yeah, same, but I've gone back and watched.
I thought Rusev versus Undertaker might have been one, but that was a casket match.
That was a casket match because it was Saudi Arabia, and I don't think they would have allowed a Buried Alive. Eventually, did allow the casket, but that was NXT, and again, a good episode of Wednesday nights. Like, if you're in America and you're watching these at good times, you're living life.
Yeah, I'd love to watch all the shows live. But then again, there's also something that's quite nice about waking up the next day and just knowing that they're there to watch.
So I normally do watch Raw live, but I won't watch SmackDown or the Wednesday shows. Just because, but with Raw it sort of works because NFL's on at the same time, so we'll have NFL on and I'll have Raw on as well. I'm just looking. Okay, that's fine. But we'll move on to Smack Diddley Down, and
what about Impact?
That is Impact. Apologies, I always forget where to place it. We'll go to Impact.
I do after the Wednesday night stuff because then you do Wednesday nights, all the other stuff, and then main WWE.
So we'll go to the Impact of the 205 Live and main event zone.
Yes, the best time. Right, well, start with triple threat tag match between Ty Valkyrie and Rosemary, Tasha Steelz, Kira Hogan, and Jessica Havoc and Nevaeh. Valkyrie and Rosemary won. It happened. Then we've got Alabama. I don't really know why it happened. I'm sure we had something similar last week. Falabar versus Crazy Steve. This is the stuff that matters. So this comes off the back of the video package that I was on about. Because Falabar has been trying to get the money for Johnny Bravo's wedding, and he's he's asked everyone and he can't find any money, and he eventually came back to the Deaners, Alicia Edwards, Crazy Steve, Johnny Swinger, and Johnny Bravo, and told them that he's got no money. The Swingman said, "What have you ever? You haven't got the money. Can you even do anything?" Falabar said, "What have you ever done?" Johnny Swinger says, "I beat Buddy Landellen in Mid-Atlantic, Daddy." And starts laughing to himself.
I feel like he's very Otis-like.
Oh yeah, he kind of is. Falabar wants to start a fight with him, and Johnny Swinger calls him a ham and egger, which is like proper insider term for a jobber, but it just made me laugh. And then Crazy Steve tries to start a fight with Falabar for some reason. I'm trying to remember this all off the top of my head. Falabar says that Crazy Steve will do anything for Johnny Swinger because he's his young boy. And then the match is made official between Falabar and Crazy Steve. Falabar heads to the ring. The Swingman says, "Thanks for sticking up for me, young boy." And then Crazy Steve just runs off whilst the Swingman's just laughing. You have to watch it to believe it. The match is so it gets a D-, but I'm fine with this happening for weeks. So, Crazy Steve picked up the win because Crazy Steve threw a load of money in the ring, which distracted Falabar because he needs the money. But Crazy Steve stole the money from Hernandez. So he got the roll up and beat Falabar. The analysis reads as the wedding cannot come soon enough. The comedy in these matches has been so hit or miss that their weekly inclusion is dragging down the overall quality of the show. Yes, it's harmless and hurts no one, but it adds up over time. The sooner everything
wraps up, believe this,
and those involved can move on to a different storyline, the better. I disagree. I think it's fantastic.
I'm glad I don't watch it because I just love to see your enthusiasm for Impact.
It's great. I'm honestly, I'd love to watch Impact with just like someone else. Honestly, when the Swing Man comes on, I've got the cheesiest smile. And speaking of the Swing Man, he was involved in the next match of the night, which was a 10-man tag or 10-person tag. Get ready for the names in this, right?
Go on. So, stacked.
On one team, you've got Tennille Dashwood, Tommy Dreamer, Ryan Myers, Cody Deaner, and the Swing Man. Teaming up against Hernandez, Cousin Jake, Alicia Edwards, Rhino, and Heath. And the winning team then competes in a 5-way, which is this week, and then the winner of that match gets the number 20 position in the Bound for Glory Gauntlet match.
Okay.
So there is a bit of stakes on it. So let me try and remember this. So Swingman and Alicia Edwards start the match. And Johnny Swinger's like circling, like ready to like lock up and stuff.
Yeah.
Like laughing to himself, like he's fully just gonna clobber Alicia. Gets back round, absolutely slaps Tennille Dashwood to tag her in, and starts laughing, being like, haha, like psyched you out. Like, how smart was he?
For God's sake. Fucking Johnny Swinger, man.
That's the only noticeable thing that happened. The team that didn't have Johnny Swinger won the match. And yeah, then we've got the 5-way this week. That was the best of Impact over with. Kylie Ray versus
Keith wins that, by the way.
Or the 5-way.
Yeah.
Heath, Rhino, Edwards, Cousin Jake Hernandez. Yes. Yeah.
Just that 20th spot. I know he still don't have a contract yet, does he?
Well, I don't really know who else it'd be. Yeah, Kimberly versus Kylie Ray. Because Kimberly's with Deonna Purrazzo and Kylie Ray best mates with Susie, so it's like that match. And Kylie Ray picked up the win. It was a good match. There just ain't much more to say. They're just furthering the story between Purrazzo and Susie without Susie being there.
Yeah.
And then the main event match was Doc Gallows versus Madman Fulton.
Nice.
Two big men, you know. Just big, not big meaty men slapping meat. Just there was a lot of pounds in that ring. It didn't go very long, really. Gallows picked up the win. I can't really remember how we did it. Oh yeah, that was it. So we set up 2 chairs and double-handed choke slam through them.
Yeah.
Through the chairs, which was kind of cool. Madman Fulton really doesn't win many matches.
Does he?
No.
He's the former Sanity guy.
Yeah, when he was Sawyer Fulton. He's got a really good look about him as well, but never wins.
He's tall, but he's big at the same time.
He's what Wardlow is what he should be.
Yeah.
The muscle for the smaller guy, but Wardlow actually wins.
Yeah.
And then the main event was really good. I would advise anyone to go and watch this. Like, you're serious. Like, obviously, the comedy stuff's good, but this is just really good storytelling. Will Rich Swann be cleared for Bound for Glory? So I'm going to read it word for word like I'm Bleach, because otherwise I won't do it justice. It gets given an A grade. Bound for Glory is this week as well. This weekend.
A fucking stacked week of wrestling again.
Yeah. Impact World Champion Eric Young made his way to the ring for the final segment of the night. The world-class maniac cut a promo demanding to know the status of Rich Swann for their scheduled main event at Bound for Glory. After receiving a call, Scott D'Amore made his way to the ring. You know Scott D'Amore, don't you? But he is Adam Pearce. Eric Young told him that he gave Rich Swann the easy way out, and he didn't take it. Scott D'Amore was almost disgusted as he addressed the smug Young. Scott D'Amore said that Rich Swann suffered additional and substantial damage to his leg and Eric Young demanded that Scott D'Amore declares Rich Swann unable to compete. D'Amore cut an impassioned promo claiming that Eric Young lost sight of who he was supposed to be. Rich Swann's surgeon confirmed the damage, but said that Swann is a special type of athlete and he will be there at Bound for Glory. D'Amore said, "I hope that knocks the smug look off your damn face." Eric Young snapped and attacked Scott D'Amore, trapping him in an ankle lock until Rich Swann hit the ring and unloaded on the champion. A look of disbelief on Eric Young's face as Rich Swann grasped the title. So that was that. And then, just when you thought it couldn't get any better. So that was the end of the proper stuff. And then there was like a video package to end the show. And I don't know if you've seen this. But again, I'd advise going and watching it. So it's EC3 and Moose fighting on a bridge.
I hadn't heard much of EC3 recently.
This is why. So after the match, cameras caught up with Moose, who finally arrived to confront EC3. So they're just on like a random bridge in the darkness. A verbal back and forth gave way to EC3 calling his rival a laughingstock. He laid down the TNA Championship and cleverly dared Moose to cross the line. They brawled on an undisclosed bridge until Moose struck the rail. I waited so much to have the fight of my life, EC3 said as he held the TNA title. It would be funny if this wasn't so sad. Moose recovered and attacked EC3 from behind and busted him open. And then Moose walked off with the title, leaving EC3 laughing but pouring with blood.
Yeah, I'm just seeing the images now.
It was really dramatic and really well lit.
Both these guys are huge, aren't they?
Yeah,
this is going to be a good match.
It's gonna be the build for it's been so good because Moose is finally overcoming sort of his irrational fear of EC3, and now that he's actually seen him and fought him in person. But obviously EC3 looks really good because he looks like sadistic because he's just laughing. As this final 20 minutes of Impact was absolutely phenomenal.
It's mental because we talk about how shows being good, but Impact has seems like they've had some consistent parts recently. Oh yeah, shows
spot on. Everything's so long term, well booked. It's my favourite 90 minutes of the week, and I'll say that with no irony.
I think it's unfortunate that most people don't watch it, so they can sort of do. Do these bit of different stuff like you don't really see the Moose EC3 segment where it was a backstage segment, but it was serious and gritty.
Yeah, it's a shame as well because it's free. It goes up on Impact Plus, which is free to watch straight after it's aired. Like it's so easily accessible. More people need to be on it, honestly. I'll just quickly do my other stuff, so I realised that I rambled on Impact, but it was worth it. Like it. Right. NXT UK, because UK is getting really good, and it was really good this week. I'm guessing you know about the main event, although you might not have seen
it. No, I don't. I don't see anything of NXT UK.
Oh, UK this week were really good in terms of the main event. So Dave Mastiff beat Joseph Connors in the British Rounds match, beaten by a knockout. As someone who grew up, I say grew up, I watched a lot of New Generation wrestling shows, and Joseph Connors was like a top guy in that company.
For me, it was WCPW.
Yeah, I mean a lot of the guys who went to WCPW, I'd seen at NGW before. Some of the stuff Joseph Connors did was, and not everyone can be on top, I guess.
No, he's good.
Yeah. Piper Niven beat Isla Dawn. All right.
Is that Viper?
Yes. Yeah. And in the main event, this went 19 minutes. Ilya Dragunov and Pete Dunne defeated Alexander Wolf and Walter.
I love Ilya Dragunov, by the way.
Dragunov got the pin on Walter.
Wow.
So that's your visual win, which tells me that when they do have the match, Walter's winning.
Yeah.
But Dragunov just puts him on the same level. And it was Pete Dunne's first post-lockdown match.
Yeah, have you seen that him and Randy Orton have been having it, like, been talking to each other on Twitter.
No.
Randy Orton like put out a tweet after Raw just saying, blah 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 blah. Pete Dunne's great, and Pete Dunne's fine saying the Viper way.
It was so refreshing just to see all of his. Because the thing I like about Pete Dunne is he does the same spots in every match, but none of them feel forced, and they always pop. Like all the finger bending and the break, and like someone will try and like German suplex him, and he'll backflip out of it, sort of like fire up, and then just hit that kick on the head.
For me, Ilya Dragunov is money in this.
I do prefer Dragunov.
He's got that look he can it's the Russian, like Eastern European look of I can murder you.
Yeah, he looks mental. He's someone who really, because he's so intense and so energetic, he's someone who feeds the crowd and their energy.
True.
And I mean, it does work in the same setting, but if we could have had Dragunov versus Volta in front of a sold-out NXT UK Takeover crowd,
it'd be very different. Yeah,
it would be. That would be it'd be Tyler Bate Volta in Cardiff levels of like excitement.
But NXT UK got a chance
205 Live.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing all right. BT Sports Studios are really good.
Yeah.
But it don't get any promotion. No one watches it.
I think by how much time it'll be interesting tonight. So tonight's the Champions League. I'm wondering how much they'll promote. Like if you see any NXT UK promotion.
I hope they do, and I hope they do and don't at the same time. I don't think they'll promote UK.
No, I mean even if it's just like a little I hope it's just like a little promo vignette for the.
Yeah. If they do just like a little promo vignette, that's fine. If you've got like the top guys in like a 30-second thing, that's great. But what isn't good was on the weekend of WrestleMania not SummerSlam, when you've got Gary Lineker promoting it.
Yeah.
And going, like the Fiend will take on. What did he say? Yeah, he was basically just like reading the card and something. And then like Jake Humphrey was saying to Paul Ince, I bet you dress up like the Fiend for Halloween.
Yeah. The only effort I like is the one with Ugo Monye and Ric Flair. It's the one where Ugo Monye is talking to one of the guys, and he's talking about how Ric Flair isn't that good, and then he goes, "He's behind me, isn't he?" And Ric Flair just woos behind him.
Oh no, I haven't seen that, but yeah, BT Sport did such a good job with WWE in terms of the social media stuff and promoting
way more than Sky did.
Yeah, Sky were awful. I'm so glad it's off Sky. But yeah, they just, if the presenters could treat it with a bit of respect, that'd be nice. Because Lineker said it in such a patronising way.
Yeah.
205. So do you remember Arya Daivari's $10,000 challenge?
That's back. I saw it being promoted.
Yeah. So the two of old guys answered it. So Daivari pinned Anthony Green in 3 minutes. And then in the second one, Kurt Stallion defeated Arya Daivari.
Come on, Kurt Stallion.
But it was by DQ, so he don't win the money.
Right.
Tony Nese came in and hit the running knee on Daivari. And you only get the 10,000 if you win by pinfall or submission. So that was underwhelming. And the main event were really good, really enjoyable. Swerve defeated the Brian Kendrick.
205 is such a weird show because we know it's good, but it's just not gonna get many viewers.
I think the reason I like it so much is because it's only 25 minutes. Like it's such a quick watch.
Yeah, true. It's probably an hour, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a nice little. It used to be an hour, but now it's only 25 minutes, and it's just like a nice little shot of just like 10 minutes of like really good wrestling.
Yeah.
But yeah, Swerve got the win, and it's good because it's in the Capitol Wrestling Centre, so there's a bit of atmosphere.
Yeah.
that was that. What happened on main event this week? Oh God!
I'm about to say, I can't believe you've just neglected main event. I always look forward to see who's on main event.
I neglected it last week actually. Because I neglected it last week, I'll retroactively go back and find it because we can't be missing out.
Can't be missing out on main event.
We've lost lots of the main event guys because obviously like Riddick Moss was on it every week, but he's done his ACL, hasn't
he? Yeah.
So he's out. Man. So just whilst I load it up, is there anything else that's happened? I started watching Ring of Honor again, and EC3 was on it this week, but he didn't wrestle.
You had New Japan. Will Ospreay turned on Okada in Chaos, which was a really nice turn as well. They're having a match. It's currently the G1 Climax, and they're having this match, and then Will just hits what's it called? Same thing. He's got like the hidden blade. Hits hidden blade, and just says you were holding me back, and stuff like that. Really, really nice from him. Obviously, if you take away everything that Will has been talked about him, it was actually quite nice. I'm just trying to find up the card for the G1 Climax. Saturday, September, what are we, 20th?
Yeah, was it Ibushi that won?
Yesterday, I think, yeah. But tonight, is it today? Sunday, the September the 20th. We're not in September, that's why, Rome. That'd help.
Oh, no. Okay, one of the matches on main event, sorry.
So, October, the most recent card, you had Toru Yano, Yoshihashi, Tomohiro Ishii, and Hiroki Goto versus Duke, El Desperado, Zack Sabre Jr., Taichi. You had Hiromu Takahashi and Daryl the Cat, and Shingo Tagaki versus Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Minoru Suzuki. You had Master Wato, Jeff Cobb, Juice Robinson, Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Gedo, Tajiri Ishimori, Kenta, and Jay Wyatt, Bullet Club. Sho and Okada versus Great Okan and Will Ospreay. Bushi and Tetsuya Naito versus Yujiro Takashi and Evil. And you had Kota Ibushi versus Sanada. Because we might be getting heel Kota. Big one, main event.
I am so little.
Main event time.
Oh, sorry, I just shed a tear for this opening match. Peyton Royce defeated Billy Kay.
Jesus Christ. And we'll talk about it on Raw, but wow.
Yes. And then in the main event, Andrade defeated Akira Tozawa.
The undrafted Andrade.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry. It's all right that he's undrafted, though, because he's having surgery.
Is it? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's not because he's out of favour. He's having surgery and he's going to be out for a month, and then he's going to stay on the Raw brand.
Okay, because I'm about to get a bit annoyed.
It's fine, no. And then in this week's main event, Titus O'Neil defeated Drew Gulak.
Go on, Titus. Wide.
I did laugh when he did that on Raw. We did that worldwide with the hands. And then in the main event, Humberto Carrillo defeated Akira Tozawa.
Was that Akira Tozawa doing double duty?
Well, it was back-to-back weeks of main event. It made me laugh. They were on Wrestle Talk about Humberto Carrillo, and is he Rey Mysterio's whipping boy?
Yeah,
because he's always teaming with Dominic, and they never include him like with the family. He's just always teaming with them, and he never gets anything out of it. He never interacts with them. He's just there. He's just happy to be teaming with his hero.
It's like he's gone to him. Oh, Humberto, you can wrestle, man. He's going, yeah, you're Rey Mysterio. And then he gets up every week. He just goes, Humberto, I need you, mate. Okay, Rey, I'll come help you.
Can I hang with the family? No.
No, go. Outside, sit in the cardboard box until we need you again. Yeah, poor Humberto.
Yeah, Mickey James was undrafted as well because she's injured, isn't she?
Ah, right.
She broke her nose on September 14th.
Poor Mickey.
So no need to fear.
No Monday Night
The two who were injured are not injured.
Well, if she gets drafted to SmackDown, she needs a new nickname. She can't be the SmackDown, the Friday Night MILF. It doesn't work.
I mean, they wouldn't dare run with that on TV anyway.
Fair play for trying to start something, but it ain't it.
No, don't get yourself over on Twitter. You saw what happened with Retribution.
Oh, Right. Well, we'll move on to SmackDown though, because Lars Sullivan defeated Jeff Hardy. Fucking put Lars Sullivan. I hate him.
Big dub for Lars.
He's Nia Jax level of me, as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, that he's now been messaging women. Oh no, that was last week, wasn't it?
That was last week. There'll be something new come out. It turned out like he's been robbing chickens from a farm or something.
Oh,
Who knows?
I don't know. Probably won't be as bad as his other stuff.
No. Okay, I'll be honest. This is what the episode of the podcast called today, 'cause I didn't know what to call it. I did shed a tear. Okay, maybe not a legitimate one, but I did get quite sad. It was the New Day's farewell match, and they pick up the against Shinsuke and the Shibs. It's more the promo they cut at the start is amazing. It genuinely it's like they just told him just go out there and talk about each other, and it's Woods and Kofi just shedding a tear. Big E sort of trying to compose himself and hold himself like he always does. It was really nice.
Yeah, it was just feel good, wasn't it? It was nice as well that the bar sort of reunited.
Yeah.
Because they'd had so many matches against the New Day.
Yeah. If you can't have the Usos wrestle them on their farewell thing, have
the
bar.
Good and genuine.
You had Triple H and Stephanie Delso open the show. Just hyping up a few of the draft picks. Fair enough. Not complaining. Nice little thing. They've got a new intro. Same old song. Just obviously the drafted people are on the card. You had the Street Profits defeating Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode by disqualification.
Daniel Bryan is back.
He is. I'm going to talk about him after this, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. But you had Brian.
I was just going to say the Robert Roode Dolph Ziggler new finisher, that spine buster into the zigzag.
Mm-hmm.
It's so aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, very nice. When you see what Roode and Ziggler do now, if they actually become a tag team, I still like them if they split up, but I know the tag team depth isn't big.
Oh no, they're facing the Street Profits for the next year. Get used to
it. But Brian comes out and he just says, "Oh, it's great to be in the Thunderdome for the first time." You saw Brie and Birdie on the Thunderdome, and he starts listing off. I think it was coming to mind. He starts listing off the new draft picks and who's excited. So he went Bianca Belair, the Riot Squad, Otis, the Money in the Bank,
Riot Squad.
And he fails to mention the biggest draft pool. And he does come out. Seth Rollins, the Messiah, and he comes out and just says, "Why he's mentioning me?" Attacks Brian. Lays out. Brian gets up. He gets a bit. Brian. Then it sort of just is a face off, and then the Mysterios come and make the save a bit later on. As I think Brian's already won it, but let him off. So it's Ray and Dominic face to face with Seth. Murphy's music hits. Murphy slides in past the Mysterios, stands next to Seth. There's a part of me that thinks, are they putting them back together because they're on SmackDown? He stares at the Mysterios and just then thwumps Seth, beats him up. Seth rolls out the ring and runs away. And then in the ring, Murphy puts a hand out, and the Mysterios don't shake his hand, which first of all, rude. He's just come and helped you.
No, I'm glad that they held their own and they weren't big dumb baby faces.
It's all the same, but rude. We don't turn in manners, Ray.
Have you watched Talking Smack?
No.
Do you know who the new co-host of Talking Smack is?
Is it Brian?
No, it's Sami Zayn.
Oh.
Well, Daniel Bryan was a guest on Talking Smack this week, and him and Sami Zayn's exchanges are just.
I saw Zayn's promo on Twitter. The monologue.
Oh, the one about pain?
Yeah.
That were on the Day of Clash of Champions video, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no,
really nice.
He's Talking Smack because he's so in character on Talking Smack.
He's great in it.
I love Sami Zayn.
Like original Talking Smack, Brian wasn't in character. He'd just be having a right laugh.
Yeah. It's just weird to think though that Sami Zayn's at the level now where he's doing like the co-hosting thing.
Yeah.
Like he's that established, because I still don't feel like he's really been around for that long in WWE.
5 years. You had the early NXT days. Then you had him called up, but he'd been out with injuries.
Obviously, he's been wrestling for like as long as time.
Yeah, but in terms of WWE,
he signed in January 2013.
Yeah, 7 years.
Nearly 8. Wow.
Yeah, he's been there for a while.
Fair enough.
2 years in NXT, weren't it? And then
he got called up to main roster in May 2015. 2015 was a really good year.
It was. Yeah, you had a really nice hype package for Bianca Belair. It was to NF's The Search, which is a really good rap song, but it's also a really good hype song. Like, if you had that for a paper, we'll talk about it now. If you had that for a hype video like Bianca's workout stuff, or if you had it for a pay-per-view theme, great. Don't have it for your Raw. I'm hoping it's not the Raw theme. I'm really not. It doesn't have
I've not heard it. I don't know.
Like I feel like Raw intros as for SmackDown should be your typical. I don't even know what the genre is. It's the genre I like your Skillet, your Nickelback, stuff like that. It should just be this like and like
I know what you mean.
The slow build up of The Search I don't think works. Hopefully they can change a bit. As of now, I'm not a fan. And then in the main event, Roman Reigns defeats Braun Strowman. Yeah, good luck, Braun. Bye bye.
Oh no, this was.
Yeah, it was right.
Because he beat him with the guillotine.
Yeah.
When does anyone ever do that?
Never.
Apart from that, yeah, Braun looked like a big idiot.
Apologies, I was just having a drink. Yeah. A bit of afters after. Obviously, we're getting Hell in a Cell this weekend, so it weren't the go home SmackDown. But yeah, we'll wait and see what happens there.
Yeah, obviously Jey Uso came out and then just had a bit of an exchange, but
yeah,
it was fine.
We'll go on to Raw straight away though, because it was a season premiere, and the show opens up immediately with Alexa in the ring.
I just hate how can you have a season premiere of a weekly show?
Oh, I don't know. It's in America. I feel like it's an American thing.
What? There's no season finale though.
No, it's an American thing for sure.
Oh no, nonsense.
Stupid. But you had Alexa. It's just stood in the ring, stone cold face, just saying he's here. Boom. Music hits. Super long Fiend entrance comes in. Him and Alexa are just stood in the ring holding hands. I don't Bliss is holding the Fiend and stuff. And then I remember watching this live, and then all of a sudden, and the Retribution pops up. I think,
right.
Oh, okay.
That was a really cool visual. Do Retribution have music?
Yes. It's very much like Sanity. I feel like it's really quiet, like really quiet.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But so Retribution come to the ring. The Fiend and Alexa don't move at all. I don't think they blink. They just stare straight down the hard cam and don't move. Boom, lights go down. You hear a bit of scuffling. The Fiend and Alexa are gone. Retribution left in the middle of the ring. Hurt Business come out. And that basically leads to the tag team match. I mean, we'll come on to it practically after the tag team match. But you have the tag team. I was going to say, you have the tag team match. Fair enough. Who gives a shit about the result anymore?
No, the result's the most important.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to say. You've spent so long debuting these men and women, and this faction of Retribution.
Men and woman. Mercedes has been.
Yeah, she's not there anymore.
Eliminated.
And you've spent so long putting these people over, and now you have them lose to the Hurt Business. And I like the Hurt Business. I really do.
Yeah, but they didn't just lose. It was, oh no, I'm going for. I really want to back elbow Lashley. So T-Bar misses with 2 elbows, gets caught in one. So what does he do with the other? Raises the other one, like literally puts himself right in Lashley's finish, and then he doesn't even wait. He there's no resilience. he taps straight away. That was the most alarming bit for me. This is Dijak, T-Bar.
It's sad, isn't it?
And he tapped straight away. I don't think they've been buried. I think they're going to come back with even more of a vengeance.
I hope they do, because, well, I might as well kind of think the promo that Ali cut backstage, great. Where he basically said he was the hacker. Whatever, I don't really care if that is. The promo was really good. Really good.
Well, yeah, that's no surprise, is it? Ali is really good. It's just looking at the different fortunes of that cruiserweight match at WrestleMania 34. You know, Ali and Cedric.
Yeah.
And here they are.
Well, you look at sort of the three pillars of 205 Live. At one point, it was Murphy, Ali, and Cedric. Cedric's in a nice little point with Hurt Business. Ali's on his own faction. And Murphy's involved in a love triangle. Not even a love triangle. He's involved in a family war.
I wonder whether the current pillars of 205 will end up in these kind of roles.
Oh, I could see Brian Kendrick. No.
Escobar probably will. And Swerve probably will. And apart from that, probably not.
Yeah. But at least after the after these embarrassing loss to Hurt Business, nothing bad can happen. Oh, incorrect. Because after the match, the Fiend, the Fiend just attacked everyone. He attacked all of Retribution, laid them all out. There.
Yeah, it was. Again, I don't really know what purpose it served. As much as I say, I don't want to feel like it was a Retribution burial. Oh, it did them no favours. Aren't they 0-2 now?
Yes.
Because, yeah.
1-1. Did they win the first match?
Did they?
Possibly.
I thought they got beat.
Who fucking knows? Because it's just sad to see. It's a nice little gimmick. And you know what? The promo, it didn't redeem it all, but it did help it a little bit.
Yeah, they're 0-2 because 4 weeks ago they got beat by the Hurt Business, but it was by DQ, if you remember.
Ah, yeah. Okay. I mean, still wank, but okay.
But that was their first pinfall loss.
Jesus. AJ Styles defeats Riddle. Okay, this is where we're going to something good. AJ Styles comes out, and who's he spotted by? It's Jordan Ogbehene. The big Ogbehene, is that how you pronounce it? Yeah.
Ogbehene, yeah.
He's
Giant Ninja.
Giant Ninja. He's his new and the bodyguard for Rowan and He's AJ Styles' new bodyguard. I like it. I really do.
Have you seen the WWE exclusive interview with Matt Riddle and Giant Ninja?
With Matt Riddle and Giant Ninja? I didn't know.
No, with AJ Styles and Giant
Ninja. Yes.
And what the bit where he just tells Sarah Schreiber to leave because they're not moving. You know, like at the end of the interview when people walk off.
Yeah.
He just stands there and he goes, "I'm not moving." And he's looking around trying to find Sarah Schreiber saying, "Oh, I see you've got your new friend with you," and Styles is like looking around trying to find him.
It's the image of when AJ's cutting the promo in the ring, and the camera work for this. We normally diss WWE's camera work. It's the camera work of it. It's only got AJ's head, and you just see the big frame, and then it just pans out, and you just see him. And as much as I think this was unfortunate for Riddle, this was not about Riddle 100%. It's about AJ's new bodyguard and AJ's new persona.
Was it ever mentioned why? And what's happened to Abyss?
Abyss, well, gimmick-wise they haven't, but obviously Joseph Parks is what's it called? He's
the SmackDown guy.
Yeah, and AJ's also. That's probably the reason. But...
Yeah, the two best bits of this though were the bit where Riddle's gonna hit a PK and Giant Ninja just steps in, and
he got scared.
Yeah, and then they go around to the other side of the ring, and Big Ninja's just looking at Matt Riddle and just clenches his fist, and Riddle just absolutely just terrified goes back into the ring.
Styles clash.
His huge hands.
Yeah, I like this partnership. I hope it stays.
Was he given a name, or are we all just calling him Jordan and Magby?
I think he's just called Friend. The Friend.
Friend.
No,
Until he's given a proper name, I am still referring to him as Giant Ninja.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens, but I like the pairing. Asuka defeats Lana. After the match, Nia Jax comes out and puts Lana through the announce table.
Lana did such good promo work on her social media, really trying to build this up.
She did actually have a half decent showing in the match as well until she lost.
Yeah, well, she got a decent 3 minutes, and then the slightest opportunity where they could get a beat.
That's good for Lana.
She's improving, but yeah, I don't know where they're going with it. Oh wow! Sorry, I'm just looking. Giant Ninja has only ever wrestled 6 matches.
Yeah, he hasn't wrestled many. So put him with AJ, who
yeah, he's defeated Everrise in a tag.
Not surprised.
He won a battle royal that included Angel Garza, Brendan Vink, Dexter Loomis, Kona Reeves, Mansoor, and Rick Boogs.
All of them with
beaten Cesar Bononi, beaten Kona Reeves, and teamed with Bronson Reed to beat Tahuti Miles and another guy. I love going back and looking at the old NXT shows.
Mental in it.
Look at that. Giant Ninja beating Angel Garza and Dexter Loomis.
Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler defeated the Riot Squad, Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, and Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans. You know what? Don't should have split up the Iconics, but I did like the partnership that Peyton and Lacey were trying to add with each other.
Oh no, it's just
I don't think they should have split the Iconics.
No idea.
Same, but I do like the idea that in the terms of the tag team, this is not what Nia Shea should be, not strokey, but I did like the way that when they were making their entrance, they were trying to stand in front of each other and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like because they were throwing together tag team, they shouldn't have this chemistry and work together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they are quite good together. It's just, it is nowhere near the best use of anybody in this match, apart from the Riot Squad.
Yeah. The women's tag team division is done for.
But look, are you ready? Are you ready for a concert? What is it? What is it? Was it the unforgettable concert?
The Universal Truth.
Yeah, that was it.
1 week before the release of his latest album, Elias gave the universe a preview of 2 songs: Amen, brackets I'm going in, and Lead Me Home.
Yes, Amen, Amen, Hallelujah was what I took away from it.
You know what? I really liked the concert. I found myself bopping along. It's rock, country rock, you'd say. And so Elias does it, and he's about to leave it. He goes, so someone asks for an encore, and he goes, give me my guitar. And then all of a sudden, this guy just starts playing the guitar. I can't believe Jeff can actually play the guitar. This guy just starts playing the guitar. You know, it's Jeff Hardy. He turns around, it's Jeff. Goes to attack him. Does attack him. Elias does manage to get away. And yeah.
You're far more willing to enjoy this kind of thing than me. I think I use it all my goodwill on Impact.
I love Elias's. Elias's last album were great.
But we've proven Jeff Hardy didn't hit him. It was Sheamus.
Oh yeah, we know that. But Elias is a heel, so we just ignore that.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, he looks like a pillock for picking fight.
Yeah, but it's Elias, isn't he? He's a bit of a twat. Kofi defeats Sheamus. We have Big E on the Thunderdome. Nice enough.
Yeah, Big E was shirtless.
Yeah. I was annoyed. I was like, he needs to remove him. He is breaking terms of service on the Thunderdome. If Adam Pacitti will not wear a shirt, Big E should. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. I know you're going to really like this segment, I feel like.
This was the best bit of Raw.
Go on, I'm going to let you talk through it because I fucking hated it.
I'll take it. Right. Before I do it, explain to me why you hate it, and I shall tell you why you're wrong. Everyone's entitled to an opinion unless it's the wrong one.
It's stupid. It is just... First of all, fuck the draft split. I understand. I know what it means. It's not
they're different people though, and it motivates storyline.
took off their different people. He's literally called the Fat Man in English.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was not a fan of this.
Oh, right. Well, right. So I'll do the reading out. Just before this, we had the Ali Retribution promo, which we spoke about, and Titus O'Neil wanting to join the Hurt Business, send them worldwide, and then he got smothered.
I would have really liked it though with him in, and
Yeah,
like the way he helps her business is by using his connections.
yeah, yeah. MVP just turning around, going, "Let me talk about that." Okay, we're done. Right, yes. El Grado, what's he called? El Legado.
El Grangordo.
El Grangordo. Holy God. Right. Miz and Morrison, hey, ho, ho, made their way to the ring for a tag match with Tucker. I'd like to say that Miz and Morrison were back on form here. Morrison's just so good.
You know what? Before I carry on, I know I didn't like it. Miz may have cut one of his best promos in a while. Well, one of his best promos. And I was sat next to Kieran, follow member of this the channel, and I was like, the Miz has just cut one of his best promos, and I bet you didn't even hear anything he said because you're too busy looking at Elias. Correct. I was like, I hate it because Miz has cut such a good impassioned promo, and all I can see is just Otis there rubbing his belly, and I'm like, Miz has cut such a good one.
Right. So no, because what are I gonna say? Yeah, when I laughed when Morrison went, hey, oh, if Tucky's got a tag partner, let us know. Yeah, so Tucker introduces his partner. He's scouting the globe, east, west, north, south, highest mountains, lowest volleys. Valleys. I bet Otis can strike a right volley. And he's found El Gran Gordo, one of the most famous luchadors in the world, and he looks like Otis. To be fair, he's got a pink mask and a cape on.
That's also, by the way, that's the pink mask that Mickey James has worn, Deanna Prazo's worn, Cedric's worn.
Yeah, as you say, Miz cuts the scathing promo, but El Gran Gordo introduces himself and says, "Oh yeah, Senor Tucky." I want even the funniest bit about this. So eventually, the match starts. Tucker gets worked over because, of course, he does. Makes the hot tag. Gordo throws a couple of clotheslines, and then you can't tell me you didn't laugh when he went up to the second rope and did the arm drag. I was thinking, I'm fascinated here to see whether he's going to wrestle like Otis or like a luchador. And I went, well, he's obviously not going to turn into Ricochet, but he could do like a couple nice things. When he did the arm drag,
I did chuckle. I will be honest. For me, I don't mind the whole jokey stuff. It was when Otis came out and the Miz was going, "You're a joke. I want to bring you were the Money in the Bank holder. You've got like the biggest opportunity in your hands. Yeah, you've rendered it a joke. I want to bring prestige back to that Money in the Bank briefcase." Like, and I just thought, it's great. It's the one thing I hated Otis for. I hate that he's not serious with the briefcase. And the Miz promo.
He's like, Miz is just being boring.
No, he's being serious. He's a wrestler that's fed up that this opportunity as Money in the Bank he's being joked about. I really liked it.
Nah, nonsense. He's got another 7 months to cash it in. Get angry if he's got like 2 months to go. He's holding it for another 7 months. So he hit his normal moves, got the win, then started like rubbing his belly at the end, like Otis would.
Like Otis does.
We had R-Truth, Tozawa, and Gulak and Lucha House Party interrupted the segment.
Yeah.
With 24/7 stuff. Why a Lucha House Party there? The challenge for the titles at the last show.
Yeah, but because they've got nothing to do with them. Look at the Mexicans. They can run after the belts.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman beat Keith Lee.
Oh, God. Right, so...
And injured Braun Strowman.
The match in isolation was dreadful. Yeah. But I liked it because Keith Lee got a lot of his heat back at the end.
True. Yeah, I like this. I don't like the Strowman one, but I like they won just by low blow. I do, because it's Braun actually being a heel, and I like that. I'm just not a fan of
Yeah.
him beating Keith.
No, it's all right though because Keith is absolutely raging about it. Yeah, no, he's gonna get the win. Maybe at Hell in a Cell. I've not looked at the Hell in a Cell card at all.
Yeah,
But no, like Braun's obviously the loss in this feud, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like they should have. There's only 4 matches. They should have given Keith some 3-minute squash matches. You know the ones that they had.
not for Braun at one
Matt
point.
Riddle did.
Yeah.
Yeah. They gave Braun them pretty much every single week, and it was it. It was Alistair Black. They gave Alistair Black that squash match every week for about 4 months.
Yeah.
Give Keith some.
Give Keith for sure. I agree with you. And then you had the main event of the show, and it was Drew McIntyre, Coffin and Randy Orton inside of Hell. Multiple things wrong with this. First of all, why was the promo in Hell in a Cell? Did you know?
Oh no, I really like this.
First of all, Randy. You know what? I like Randy locking himself in the cell. Fan of that. Why didn't Drew come out with bolt cutters instead of miraculously fan them right next to the thing?
Because it was a plan. It was tactical. He lured Orton into a false sense of security, taunting him, and then he's like, haha, got you now, I've got the cutters.
True. I just thought it would have been more tactical if he just came out with the bolt cutters.
I mean, that
Randy just panicking in the cell.
That would have made him look a lot cooler, like a lot more, just like no nonsense. Like, yeah, I've had enough of you talking. Here's the bolt cutters you are getting.
Yeah.
I really. People said this is really boring, but I don't know. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than any of his promos that I did with Edge. You know, he's really slow one.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's giving it an end. Nature report. I'm not normally one for Randy Orton promos, but just sitting in the ring. This is where I twisted Jeff Hardy's ear. This is where I beat Mark Henry. This is where I went one on what I stared into the dead man's eyes.
I do like the promo. I just wasn't a fan of it's happening in a cage cell because it's Hell in a Cell. I'm like,
that's part of it, though.
And I understand. I do, and I think it's okay. I just want this feud to end after this. I hope it does. I beg it does. I don't know where Drew goes from. Go to Survivor Series. Wait until you can have that match against Roman, and then possibly either lose it or Rumble or take it to Mania or something. I don't know.
It's because I'm an absolute sucker for Hell in a Cell.
I'm not a massive fan.
I thought it just felt so much more atmospheric, and I
understand.
I know it's literally just 4 walls of metal surrounding the ring, but it just.
By the way, I definitely don't think it's helped by the cage being red. It's still for the past years has haunted me.
Yeah, well, it's just because since the cage has been red, we've not had really any good Hell in a Cell matches.
No.
Okay. No.
Was the New Day Usos red?
No, well, that's the one I was thinking of. I'm not sure, but let's face it, the past 2 Hell in a Cell main event finishes have been absolute ass. Just
yeah,
Lesnar coming in and causing a DQ, and then obviously last year's atrocity with the Fiend and Rollins, which the Fiend never will recover from.
No.
But no, I liked it. I like the Entourage. I thought it actually went downhill when Drew McIntyre came up.
Yeah. I'm hoping they just have a half decent match. I really do.
I think they will. I just don't think anyone buys into Orton winning. Although I will look an absolute fool if he does. And I think there's a chance, to be honest.
You know what? I'm not against it. But I'd rather see Drew Roman.
Yeah, I don't want Orton Roman.
No, I'd rather see Drew Roman. I wouldn't be opposed to Orton winning it, you know.
I'd be up for Orton versus Jey Uso.
You know what? Thing is, I actually would.
Would you?
Yeah. Uso picks up a surprising win.
No, you would have to be insane. That would honestly be Goldberg versus the Fiend levels of bad booking if Reigns were to lose at this point.
Well, you know? True. Yeah, I do understand. I really do. Yeah. I don't know where they go or what they do. I suppose we'll just wait and see.
Keith and Braun are on the brand. Styles and Riddle are there. They're not short people.
No. I'm looking forward to Styles.
I kind of want to see Big Ninja just push to the moon.
Same. I want to see him and Styles maybe go for the title next.
Yeah.
No. Go mid card, then go attack the main title.
I want to see him win the tag belts.
I like that. Big Man just does all the work.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not against it. But obviously, it is Hell in a Cell this weekend. So what we'll do is we'll do our predictions for only 4 matches announced. I'm trying to think on Friday if there's going to be any more announced.
I'm
trying to think off the top of my head.
I mean, there's got to be loads more matches, but I can't.
Off the top of my head, I can't think.
What happened on SmackDown? No, neither can I. Who's Sami Zayn in a feud with?
I don't know. Who's he on?
Seth Rollins might do something, maybe. No?
Seth Bryan. Not an actual. We'll wait and see. But the 4 matches, predictions, we start with Jeff Hardy versus Elias.
Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, I'm going to go Elias because his album's coming out. We have got 3 Hell in a Cell matches on this card. Bayley versus Sasha Banks, Hell in a Cell match for the Women's Championship. You can either go with your head or your heart. I'm going with my heart. I'm going to go for Bayley. And that I'm just not a big fan of Sasha, that's all.
Why are you not?
No, I understand. I know why she's good, though. I understand.
Bayley.
Really?
In the hope that they'll hold off and Sasha wins it at Rumble.
True.
But if not,
I wouldn't be opposed
at the end of the feud finishes with Sasha winning, that's not up for debate. It's just a case of whether this is the last match. It should be because it's Hell in a Cell, but I think it isn't because that's not the way they work anymore.
No. I think Bayley. Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton in a Hell in a Cell match.
I'm going to change it to Sasha Banks, actually, because I'm going to say that both the other 2 champions retain. So, Drew.
I'm going to go Randy. I'm going to go for a shock.
Oh, no.
And I think Drew has it won. And either someone interrupts or Randy just hits an RKO out of nowhere. And when I mean out of nowhere, I genuinely mean Drew dominates the match. He's got it won. And then Randy just sneaky RKO, gets him up, RKO, like 3 RKOs or something.
Yeah.
So Drew doesn't look weak. And then the final, which is probably going to be the main event, Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, Hell in a Cell, I Quit match. Not Bayley's actually.
It's Roman, isn't it? But I think they'll go outside the cage, and I think that's where the big spot of the night's going to be. I don't know what, but
I think we might see a top of the cage, Jey Uso going off, but they're on top of the cage, and the mic's there, and Roman's going, "Say I quit, say I quit," and either he pushes him off the cell, and Uso doesn't say I quit, and something happens. Or Roman gets him in a hold on the top of the cage. He says, I quit, but then Roman just throws him off anyway.
I'm not saying he doesn't have it in him, but I don't think Jey Uso's the kind of guy who'd take that bump. It's a career ender.
True, it is risky. Yeah, true.
I don't know. And I also don't think we do something like that when there was no one there.
No. Yeah.
You can't do many of them.
So that's our Hell in a Cell predictions. I'm going to ask you one, because we're around 3 months away from it nearly. Well, in fairness, we're nearly only 2 months, 11. 3 months away from it in 10 days. Early Royal Rumble prediction, men's and winners. I've already got mine, and it's very predictable. It's The Fiend and Alexa. Do you know the year when they had 2 Japanese winners with Asuka and Nakamura?
Yeah.
I think this might be the year where they do not conjoined winners, but the winners have a link.
Oh, okay.
And I think it might be the Fiend and Alexa. Alexa wins it first. She comes in at 30. The lights are out. She stands back up in the ring. Everyone's laid out on the floor. She throws everyone out, or everyone's just laid out in the ring apart from one person. She just mandible claws and throws them out or something. And then the Fiend practically does the exact same thing.
Interesting. I hadn't thought about that. I don't think it'll happen. I think that's too story motivated to be Royal Rumble winners. I think you can go down that route without winning the Rumble.
Okay.
They are already stars. They don't need to be made stars.
True.
My Rumble winners are Big E and Bianca Belair.
Oh, fucking Big E. True. Oh. For now, I'm going to stick with the Fiend and Alexa. For now.
Okay.
That I'm hoping that'll definitely change later on.
Yeah.
Well, we've got to the end. I didn't realise how long we're talking about Impact and stuff for.
Yeah.
Which is great because I actually you're slowly getting me back on Impact.
Yes. Everyone should.
Like
that Swingman video package, I was watching.
But that's been the WrestleCon episode 37. We're back next week, 38, with our Hell in the Cell review, and it's a preview review. Hopefully it'll be a good card. Are you looking forward to it?
I'm looking forward to Bound for Glory more.
Oh, true, that is this week. So you'll have our Bound for Glory review as well.
Call me an Impact Mark, but yeah.
Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you know when we're actually going live. Tonight it's the return of the watch-alongs, consistent ones. Anyway, tonight, we are live with the Champions League watch-alongs. On Wednesday, we are live with the Champions League watch-alongs. On Thursday, Josh is doing Celtic versus AC Milan watch-along for Europa League. So you're getting a full watch-along of the week, and then on Sunday, I'm back. I'm guessing you'll have a football watch on Saturday, and on Sunday, I'm back for an F1 watch along. So yeah, it'll be very, very fun. Can't wait for that. But thank you very much for joining me today, Simon.
Yeah, thank you.
And yeah, we'll see you next week for some lovely Hell in a Cell. What can go wrong? Bye.